Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm doing a bookshelf scavenger hunt. Disclaimers. This is in no way my own idea. I don't do that. This is something that I saw someone else do. And the first person that I saw do this, and the only person I've seen do this, is Ellen Catherine. But I know that she got this from someone else as well. I think her name is Riley. So because of that, I will be putting both of their channels down in the description so you can go watch the OGs do it, because I am not one of them. But all my questions are exactly the same as Ellen's. Didn't come up with anything on my own, so they're all very much the same. Another thing, this is being re-recorded. I filmed this entire intro like a week ago, and I went to go and like edit it, and it was gone. It was just gone. The clip was nowhere to be seen. So I luckily remembered all the books that I picked. So these are the books that I picked. I did not cheat. These are all the books that I picked then, and so that the book that I actually chose is still the book that we're going to be choosing this time around, because all of the choices are the same. So I just wanted to throw that disclaimer in there because I wanted you guys to know. But also, I did like have a clip of me like quite literally like losing it over this, so you guys are gonna see that, and I just wanted to warn you. So I'm now gonna like go through the questions and show you the books that I picked for those prompts, and then we will get on with the reading vlog with the clips that I actually have. So the first prompt was choose a book with a cover that you love and find one similar. So for this one, for the most part, I tried to choose books that I have already read. This one is, I think, the only one that I haven't read out of the books that I chose, but the cover is so beautiful. It's one of my favorite covers in the world, and that is Snow Globe by Soon-Young Park, or Park Soon-Young if you're doing it in like how the Koreans say it, Park Soon-Young. And I just think this is such a pretty cover. Like, I don't know what it is. It's probably the colors that draw me to it. I'm just like, that is beautiful. And also like the naked hardcover, that is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. So I immediately knew that, but I definitely am a cover person, not gonna lie. Sometimes I do judge a book by their cover. If the cover is pretty, then like I want to read it. But this one has to be one of like my top. It's so pretty. And then it says choose a cover that is similar. So honestly, I didn't really have many that were similar, but I did have Beartown, and I think they're similar enough. Like, you have the blues and ice, because I think that's supposed to be ice. So I think that they're as similar as I could get. I don't really have many other books that kind of like have these specific colors. So I think that this was close enough. We know how I feel about Beartown. This is one of my favorite books in the entire world. I love this book. It's just so good. Anyone, well, honestly not anyone. This book is pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy, but I will go tooth and nail for this book. It's so good. The next prompt is turn to page 50 and find a book that has one of the words on that page on the title or cover. Okay, so page 50. I'm gonna read just the first sentence. So it says, all kinds of things, big and small, can make you love being part of a team. Just that sentence is just so amazing. Like, that should make you want to read the book. But when I first read this, I was like, I'm just gonna go with love and team, because I mean, like, I feel like those are pretty easy words to find within like a title or like on a cover. So that's what I did, and I went with love, and I chose Love in Other Words by Christina and Lauren. Another one of my favorite books in the entire world. This is so good. And it has love in the title, so it works. Then the next prompt was list some of the tropes of that book and find a book with similar tropes. if anyone has seen the discourse about this book and another book, you probably know that the book that I chose was Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, because a lot of people say that this book is a copy and paste of this book. Now, me personally, I read both of them. I don't feel that way. I do think that there are some similarities, but I definitely get a different, like, young adult trilogy book series and this book more than I get Love in Other Words. But because the same tropes, like this book has childhood friends to lovers, then they like have a misunderstanding, then it's a second chance romance. This is very much the same thing, so I can see why people say that, but I think the books are very different. I also really enjoy this. I enjoy this a lot more than I thought I was gonna enjoy it, which is not a bad thing. It's just that I heard really mixed things. Maybe it wasn't this book that I was hearing mixed things about, but I swear it was. Like, I swear this was the book that I was hearing like not so great things about, but I was also hearing some good things about it, so I just didn't know what side of the spectrum I was gonna fall on, but I actually ended up really enjoying it, which is why I still have it, because I do think that I want to continue on with the series, because I think there's 2 other ones, and Meet Me at the Lake, I think, is the one that I didn't hear anything good about, but I really liked her writing, so I think I want to try more. I enjoyed this. This says, the next trope says, find a book with opposite tropes. So like I said, small town, because they're kind of like in a little community on the beach, I think. Childhood friends to lovers, second chance romance is what is in this book. So for the next book, I chose The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I would have chose They Both Die at the End, but the tropes are the same, and I don't currently have They Both Die at the End because my friend has it. So I did end up choosing The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera, because I feel like this is the furthest you can get from that. This is in New York City, not a small town by any means. This is sci-fi, not a romance. This is also like the 2 characters meet that day. Like when the book starts is when they first meet. So it's definitely not a second chance. They are not children. They're young adults. So I think that this is as far from this as you can get. I think I did pretty good on that one. The next prompt said, find a book with a similar, oh no. Reverse the page number of this book and find a book with a similar page count. So I think this book had 550, because I remember being like, this one's gonna mess me up. And then I saw it. Yeah, this book has 550 pages. Let me show you so you know I'm not lying. See, 550 pages. Oh, yeah, 550 pages. So that means I needed to find a book with 55 pages. What book has 55 pages? I mean, what was I supposed to do with that? So this was actually, I thought it was going to be hard, but it was way harder than I really thought, and I only had one book that I could have possibly chose for this, and it is the shortest book that I own, and that is The Deal of a Lifetime by Frederick Bachman. This book is 67 pages or 65 pages, so it's not 55, but like, this was the lowest I was getting. Like, I could not do anything else, so I chose this. I have read this book, oh my gosh, I didn't even talk about The First to Die at the End, but I think I've talked enough about this book. We know how I feel about this series and that author. But The Deal of a Lifetime is probably one of the saddest books that I've ever read. Because, and it's so weird because it's also the shortest book I've ever read, but it really packed a punch. It's like talking about like familial issues, like abandonment issues, and then also just death and grief, and I'm just like, no, leave me alone. Next prompt was, find a book with a similar color scheme to your current book. So as you can see, we don't really have many colors on this book. It's beige, blue, and brown, so we don't really have much. So I didn't really have many options to choose from, but I ended up choosing Andre and Santi Were Here by Johnny Garzavilla. I think that this was the closest you were gonna get. You got the yellows in the hats, you got the beige on the back, and his skin is brown and the floor is brown, and I think that was the closest that we were going to get to this. And I think I did the best that I could have did, okay? I think I did great with the colors that I had. Under and Santi were here. This is a young adult, queer, I think it's just considered a coming of age. It is definitely like a romance, but there's a lot of other things going on, and I honestly think that the romance is not the main point of the book, even though I think this is marketed as a young adult romance. I would consider it more of like a coming of age young adult fiction. So, but it was really good. It wasn't really cute. It was very heavy, because you're talking about a lot of heavy topics in this book, but I do really enjoy this and definitely recommend that to other people. The next prompt says, find a book that was published in the same year. This book was published in 2023. Let me show you. Published in 2023. So that means I had to find a book that was published in 2023. And honestly, that was quite easy for me. I got back into reading in 2022, but I was like really into reading in 2023 because I started getting back into reading again in August of 2022, so it was later in the year. So like 2023, I was in it, okay? There was so many books that were coming out, and I was really interested in the new books that were coming out, and I don't think this is going to come as a surprise to anyone. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros came out in 2023, and this was one of my favorite reads of that year. Honestly, one of my favorite fantasy books. I haven't read many. They're all over there, and most of them are unread. But I have read a good amount, and this is my favorite, probably. It's just so good. It's really because of Zayden, let's be honest. But I do love this book. It says, go to the first page and count the number of letters in the first word, and then find a book with a similar number of pages after multiplying by 100. That was a mouthful. You guys might get a little confused. Stay with me. I promise it's not that difficult. Now, with this one, I definitely stretched a little bit. I for sure stretched it a little bit because let me show you what the first word of this book is, like the actual book. It's conscription. Do you know how long that word is? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 100 is 1200. 1200. I don't have a book that I haven't, like, I don't have a book with that many pages. Like, I just don't. So I decided to cheat a little bit and choose the word dragon, because A also doesn't work. Well, I guess I could do 1 times 100, but I also don't have a book that's short. So I chose dragon, which is 6. So 6 times 100 is 600. Easy math. And so I just had to find a book that had 600 pages, which actually was a lot difficult than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be real easy. It wasn't, because I was like, oh, I could just go to fantasy. No, apparently I can't. So I ended up choosing the only book that was like 600 pages, and that was Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. One of the saddest books I've read in my life. Okay, that's dragging it. What's happening in this book is very, very, very sad. But it's not the saddest book I read in my life. But the ending, now that was the saddest ending I've ever read in my life. Because, what the heck? I definitely need to get to the second one. But the next prompt was, find a book with the same number of letters in the title as pages. Find a book with the same number of letters in the title as pages. Okay, so this has same, oh, not me getting confused. I'm leaving that in too, so you guys can see. So we said that this book had 600 pages, so that means we need to find a title that has 6 letters in it. Why that like stressed me out so much and confused me, I don't know, but we figured it out. We got through it. For that, I chose Almond by Sun Wonpyong. Guys, I was saying it wrong that entire time, and that's horrible of me. I am learning Korean, so I should have known that this was the last name and this was the first name. Like, I should have known that. Like, I should have known that, and I didn't, and I'm horrified. But this is the book that I've chosen, and we all know how I feel about this book. I love this book with my entire heart. I think everyone should read this book, and I will stand on that. Everyone should read this book, especially if you have trouble with other people's emotions and understanding your emotions and how people react to things and why they react to things. This will teach you something. It'll teach you something. I got a lot out of this book, and I just loved it. So this is what I chose for that one. And then the next one says, find a book whose title or author name starts with the last letter of the previous book. So the last letter in this title is D. So I just needed to find a book that either started with the letter D or the author's name started with a D. So there was honestly not that many options that I could have chose for at this point in time. So I could have chose Daisy Hates, and that wasn't happening because I am scared. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm scared to read that book because I'm gonna say it, I hated Magnolia Parks. I really did not like that book, and I rated it a 3, and honestly that is generous. I really disliked that book. So I just don't think that I'm ready to jump back into that universe. I could have chosen Dear Edward, but that book is sad and I don't want to be sad. So I ended up choosing Notes on an Execution by Danya Kukafka, and this is what we have to read. I am going to read you the back of this book. I know what it's about because I am 50 pages from the end, but I'm going to read it to you because you guys don't know what it's about, probably. So it says, Ansel Packer is scheduled to die in 12 hours. He knows what he's done and now awaits execution, the same chilling fate he forced on those girls years ago. Through a kaleidoscope of women, a mother, a sister, a homicide detective, we learn the story of Ansel's life. We meet his mother, Lavender, a 17-year-old girl pushed to desperation. Hazel, twin sister to Ansel's wife, forced to watch helplessly as her sister's relationship threatens to devour them all. And finally, Safi, the homicide detective hot on his trail. As the clock ticks down, these 3 women sift through the choices that culminate in tragedy, exploring the rippling fissures that such destruction inevitably leaves in its wake. Blending breathtaking suspense with astonishing empathy, Notes on an Execution presents a chilling portrait of womanhood as it simultaneously unravels the familiar narrative of the American serial killer, asking readers to consider the false promise of looking for meaning in psyches of violent men. It's so good, guys. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I mean, I don't even know how this book is going. What? But yeah, so that's the book that we're reading. I think it's gonna be real interesting. I think so. But yeah, so next time you guys will see me, I will be starting this book, and yeah.
요즘 내 일기가 재미없어진 이유를 찾았어. I've been wasting all this time finding words to let go. Cause I'm looking for Neverland, backtracking on memory lanes, hoping it's not just a wonder. I can't be watching, waiting for changes, wondering for the right time. Cause I noticed we came to a pavement that crumbles. It's just a merry-go-round. I don't think it's you, might be me. There's just so many things going on. But when I'm with you, it feels so new. Cause I'm on a secret, I'm all alone falling. I've been off and on with you. Tell me why it's so hard to choose. Going in circles, running round. No, cause I'm looking.
Okay, I'm back with an update, which I'm not gonna lie is probably going to be the last update of this video. You're probably like, what? It is Easter Sunday, the day that I plan on posting this video. It was supposed to go up on Friday, but then I didn't read. Then it was supposed to go up on Saturday, that I didn't read. So now I'm going to post it today. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I have not been reading like at all, really. It's been kind of a hectic little week for me. We're nearing the end of the semester for college, so things are kind of blowing up there. I have so many essays and tests and stuff that's due, so I just really haven't had the time to work on that. I have an essay due, I had a project that I had to do, and then another project that I had to do with another person. So I've just been a little busy, and then it's Easter Sunday where I work and, well, where I live, and also I work at a grocery store, so it was busy. So I just haven't really had the time to read. So I'm gonna give you an update, and I'm gonna try to finish this today, and I can because I'm enjoying this and I want to read it. It's just that I just haven't had the time. But I'm gonna give you an update. I'm on page 90 out of like 300, so I have 210 pages to read. I can do that today. I'm probably gonna listen to it, but I have been enjoying just like sitting and reading this book. But an update on the 90 pages that I've read so far. This book, I can tell, is going to be very like deep and emotional. Not emotional that it's going to make me cry, but emotional in the fact that like there's a lot going on, and we're talking about deeper subjects in this book. So we are following 3 different people, or not 3, we're actually following 4 different people. And so as of right now, I have read at least one like chapter in each person's point of view. So let me tell you what the book is about. Did I tell you? Anyway, Ansel is this serial killer, and he is on his last day. He's about to be executed, and we are following him in his last 12 hours before that. So I read, I think, maybe 4 like chapters, because his chapters are very short. I read 4 chapters, I think, with him, and just how he's feeling about what is about to happen to him. And he has this thought in his head that it's not going to happen. If you read the book, you will understand why he feels like this is something that is not going to happen. We are also following Lavender, who is his mother, Safi, who is someone that he knew previously but is a homicide detective that is kind of like targeting him. And then we are also following Hazel, who is the twin sister to his wife. So we're following 3 women who have been impacted by things that he has done, or who has impacted him. His mother definitely plays a role into why he acts the way he acts, and then Hazel and Safi, who have both had interactions with him and dealt with him, so they know how he is. I think personally, I really liked Lavender and Safi's. Hazel's is a little weird to me. I don't know. I guess I'm not really interested in that. But I think it's because with Lavender, we're seeing him as he grew up, and then with Safi, it's when he was a child. So I'm more interested in seeing those points of views than I am Hazel's point of view. But like, I think as I read more, I think I will enjoy them more. Fingers crossed, hopefully. But I have been enjoying everything that I've read this book. I don't really have anything bad to say about this book. You just really have to like pay attention to what is being told to you in this book, because it is very like, is dense the right word? Like it's gonna take your brain a little bit to like understand what is happening in this book, because you are getting so many different stories and so many different points of views, and you're getting a lot of information at once. But I think it's really interesting. I am loving it so far, and I have right now my rating, and I'm only like a third of the way through, but my rating is pretty darn high for this book. So yeah, but I'm gonna read some more, and then I don't know if I'm going to update you guys again before I read this, or again before I finish this or not, but we will see. Those are my thoughts so far about this book. Yeah, I will see you guys at another point.
Looking for Neverland, backtracking on memory lanes, hoping it's not just a wonder. I can't I noticed we came to a pavement that crumbles. It's just a merry-go-round. I don't think it's you, might be me. There's just so many things going on. But when I'm with you, it feels so new. 'Cause I'm on a secret, I'm all alone. I don't think it's you, might be me. There's just so many things going on. So many things. I'm with you, it feels so new.
I'm updating. Are you guys surprised? I am. But I decided that I was going to update you guys when I got to page 200, which is like, it's more than 60%. It's 68%. I knew it was 60 something. Because I'm now 2/3 of the way through this book. And guys, first of all, I'm going to show you the side of my book. And if you guys don't like dog ears, close your eyes. Close them, because I know dog earring really like irks people. Me personally, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me like it bothers other people. But I know it bothers people, so if it does, just close your eyes or something. Yeah, so I'm getting a lot out of this book, if you can't tell, because I was tabbing, but I'm not currently near my tabs, and I didn't feel like going to get them. So I doggy-eared my book. I bought it. Well, actually, I didn't buy this. My friend bought it for me, but like it's mine, so it doesn't really matter. I'm getting a lot out of this book. The way this book is written, I'm gonna need to read more books by this author because her writing style is just so good. It's just so good. I'm like hooked. And this is not like a thriller book, like by any means. Like it's not like a scary thriller book. It's very much like just a general fiction book, but you're following like something that is a little bit scary. Like killing is a little bit scary, but like the story is not like a thriller. You're not like waiting to see what happens. Like there are a little bit, like there are twists and turns in this book, but not like twists and turns that are gonna make you like scared to go to sleep. Like it's not a scary book. It's not. But the way that she's writing really hooks you. At least it hooks me, and you're like in the story. Like it's I don't know, her writing style is just, yes. So I'm loving that. I have read 110 pages since you guys have last seen me, and we have since I think I've read another, like the chapters are very long in this book, I will say that, but I feel like it makes sense that the chapters are long in this book, and it's not bothering me, because we know I hate a long chapter, but it's not bothering me. We have gotten like another round of our points of views, and let me tell you, it's getting real, guys. It's getting real, and I'm really enjoying it. So we got another Lavender, and we are now like, I was like, I don't know where we're gonna go with Lavender because it is his mother, and after like things happen, I'm like, what else do we need to see from Lavender? I was confused how she was gonna play more into the story, and play she did. I really like all of theirs now, even Hazel's. I just read another one of Hazel's, and I'm like, okay, she's not as boring as I thought she was, because before we were kind of just seeing her when she first met Ansel, and now we're seeing her and Jenny after after Jenny and Ansel have been in a relationship for a little bit, so we're seeing more, and it's a lot more interesting now. My favorite point of view, I will say, is Sapphi's. I love her point of view. You just get so much with Sapphi, and if you read this book, you will know you get so much with Sapphi because she's kind of intertwined with everyone besides Lavender, not with Lavender. as far as I know. But she's like kind of intertwined with everyone. So when you get Sappy, you get everyone. And I'm just like, yes. So I'm really enjoying this. I think I'm gonna rate this very highly. It's just so interesting to me. I am very interested in how the brain works. For a while there, I was thinking about being. It's not necessarily. I think it is a forensic psychologist who like basically goes and interviews the people who like commit crimes, because that's like really interesting to me, because like why does your brain work like that? Like why did you do that? Like it's interesting to me. So this book is like speaking my language. Like this is a book made for me. So that was really interesting to me, and reading about this, and like first of all, Ansel, you should have known. You should have known that he was gonna become what he became. He's literally showing all the signs, and he's a narcissist, which is that is one of, why does it keep doing this? Okay, she's fixed. It's one of the main traits of a serial killer or a psychopath is to be a narcissist, and he is very much a narcissist, and so his are also very like interesting to me. They're actually kind of funny to me because we know what he did, we know who he is, and he's like he has this thing where he thinks that everyone should like have it because it's like the best thing in the world, and he's literally looking at it and he's like showing my brilliance. Sir, what are you talking about? What do you mean? It's funny because he's like so unaware of how like narcissistic and kind of like out of touch he is with the world in general. And it's just funny because I'm like, sir, what are you talking about? No one feels this way. So yeah, I'm having a great time, and I'm gonna finish this. I will say this video will not be going up on Sunday. It'll be going up early Monday, because it is like 11:30 and I have not finished the book yet. But I will, and I will put this video for you guys. You guys will be so happy. Yay. But that's my update so far. I really can't speak too much about this book because I feel like everything in this book could be a spoiler, and we don't do that here. We don't spoil things. But I do think that everyone should read this because this is pretty good, and I've never heard not one soul talk about this book, so we should start doing that. So I'm gonna finish this, and I will see you guys when that happens. 'Cause I'm honestly right. I'm all alone falling.
Feel like falling deeper. Colder nights 난 너무 싫어. 기다리기에는 너무 길어. 줬던 내 사랑이 식어. 기대만 하는 것도 난 힘들어. No, I can't, just can't. 가져 내 맘을, 놔줘 내 가슴을 다 바쳐 사랑하기엔 내 자신이 너무 걱정돼. 바보 같은 생각이야. 알아 멍청해. Wait. 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을 가지고 있어. 사랑이라는 거. Oh yeah. Baby, can't you come with me? Can't you hold my hand and leave? 근데 있잖아 너.
Hi guys. So this is not an update. I mean, it's kind of an update, but not about the book. So I just went to edit it, you know, put all the clips into my computer and edit this video. And the literal part of me choosing the video or choosing the book is just gone. Like, it's not there at all. I went through all the prompts. None of it is there. Which is annoying because that was literally the intro of this video. So, no, but like, I literally filmed for this video. So like, I'm not gonna scrap it, but also like, what the heck do I do? So, oh goodness, I'm gonna refilm the intro, which is annoying. So, but what's up to you guys? Because I'm so sick of this. So this is not going up on Sunday. This is going up on Monday, and it's probably gonna go up on Monday night because I can't do it right now. I cannot do it. So that's the update. I probably won't see you guys tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. The intro is going to be filmed with me looking like this, so if you're confused, that's why. Don't be. I wanted to read a quote from this book that literally like just came up. Because I feel like this kind of encapsulates how I've been feeling a little recently. You'll understand when I read it. So it says, grief was a hole, a portal to nothing. Grief was a walk so long, Hazel forgot her own legs. It was a shock of blinding sun, a burst of remembering, sandals on pavement, a sleepy back seat, nails painted on the bathroom floor. Grief was a loneliness that felt like a planet. If you guys are not aware, I feel like everyone's kind of aware at this point if you have watched my past videos, because I have spoke about it in those videos. My dog, Latte, passed away about a month ago at this point, or a month ago at this point, and it wasn't like anything like bad or anything, but she was sick and she passed naturally. And I personally, I personally have just been having a very hard time kind of coping with that. Just because, like, do I know, like, she's happy, she's in a better place. Like, that was also, like, my baby, that was my best friend. So I think that it makes a lot of sense, because grief is just so all over the place. It's all over the place. You are feeling so many things at so many different times, and it's so complex, because there'll be days where like I'm fine, like I think about every day, but like I'm fine. There'll be times where like I'm remembering super happy things, but then there's some times where I like look at her and I'm just like at where she was. I'm like, wow, what do I do now? You know? So there are times where it's like grief is like just like remembering everything that was good, but then also like being like I have no one, nothing, you know? So I don't know. I felt like that was something that I needed to hear personally, to know that like this is not like a linear thing. It's not linear, it's all over the place, and it'll continue to feel like all over the place. Sometimes it will be something small, but then sometimes it'll feel like the entire world, you know? So I think I needed to hear that. I also haven't really like spoke outwardly about how I felt to anyone really, so it's very fitting that the first time I'm like talking out loud about how I felt about everything is to a camera because of a book. Very fitting. But yeah, I wanted to share that because I feel like maybe it'll help some other people accept their grief and how they are handling things that are going on in their life, because from what I've heard, life is life, and for everybody currently, life is all over the place for everyone right now. And yeah, but just hearing that and seeing like this is not linear, it's not gonna like just go away. There'll be days where you're fine, there'll be days where you are bawling your eyes out, there'll be days where you are like remembering the good things, but there are also gonna be days where you're remembering when it happened. So it's not linear, it's not a one size fits all, it's very unpredictable, and you kind of just gotta let yourself deal with it, and that's what I'm learning. And that happens a lot in this book. You see the characters are kind of just trying to like figure out how to live after like tragedy strikes, because tragedy strikes. So yeah, I just felt that I needed to like put that in, because when I haven't really talked about it, and two, it helped me un poquito, a little bit. So yeah.
뭐라면 다를까 생각이 들어 해볼까 말까 내 다리가 걸어 가는 방향이 어딘지 서로 궁금해져 버려 애써 맘 졸여 하늘만 보면서 언제쯤 알게 될까 너도 나와 같은 생각을 하고 있을까 한참을 멍하니 보다 보니 살짝 어두워진 색깔 불그스름한 노을의 때깔 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을 가지고 있어 사랑이라는 것.
Okay, so I have finished the book, Notes on an Execution. I actually finished this around 2 hours ago, but I kind of just wanted to sit and decide what my rating was. I needed to sit and like process the book a little bit before I like set a rating. And what I have settled on is a 4.75. This was so good. And obviously this rating is probably gonna change. We don't mean my ratings change a lot. Well, maybe you guys don't know, but in case you don't, my ratings do change quite a bit. But I think that right now this is sitting at a 4.75, and if I think about it more often, like continue to like rack my brain about this book, then maybe it will be changed to a 5-star. But it is a really, really good and strong read. I think this touched on so many things. First of all, I honestly feel like with any book you need to make sure you're in the right mental space for it, but with this book you're talking about a lot of heavy topics. You're talking about death, you're talking about grief, you're talking about the justice, or the y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the system. You're talking about all of that. There's a lot of talk about race in this book as well, which I wasn't expecting. There's talk about drugs. There's just a lot is going on in this book, so I think you really need to be in a good mind space to read this book, much like any other book. But you just learn so much about each of these characters that you don't even think would matter so far into a book. But I got so much out of this, and so much insight into like just people and how they think and how they act, and how even though one thing that you do, even though you may think that it's just this little small thing, or you may think that it's this huge thing, it will affect someone's life. So you really need to be mindful about what you're doing, because we're following a serial killer, but we're also following his mother. We're following the wife, or the sister of his wife, and we're following like this homicide detective. And you see how all three of these women's lives have been changed because of this man, but also how this man's life has been changed because of the women in his life. Whether it was like specifically like them to him, or whether it was like inadvertently them to him, you see how different things have changed his life and drove him to do what he did, but you also see how his actions have definitely impacted the lives of everyone else. So yeah, you're learning a lot in this book. You're also kind of learning to be not necessarily empathetic, but kind of empathetic, which is very fitting considering that's what I'm learning about in my psychology class right now. It's just empathy. You kind of learn that one, empathy levels change within people, but also there's different like types, and the way you feel about like someone and what and like different actions that they do also makes it hard for you to like be like, oh well, this person did do this, or oh, this person is a bad person, or this person can't be a good person, or can't be this because of certain things that they've done. It kind of makes you just think like, is there really like a set good and evil? Is there a set good and bad? It's just this book makes you think. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. A 4.75 stars. I really want to read more by this author. I know she has one other book because I looked it up. I think it's called Girl in Snow. And it's another like crime novel, I think. I really like crime novels. I like horror, I like thriller, and I like crime. I love me some true crime. I've been on a true crime kick. So I really, really enjoy this, and I would definitely recommend it if you think that you can handle it. I think you would enjoy it, but it definitely did bring up some emotions, as you saw in the last clip. It definitely brings up emotions in you, because it is making you think and confront things that you probably are trying to like push away and like push down and not deal with. So it does kind of force you to confront those issues or those feelings that you are feeling. But yeah, I enjoyed this book thoroughly, and I'm just glad that I was able to finish a book and rate it so highly because of me not really being in a reading mood at all. So that was nice. And I would definitely do this bookshelf scavenger hunt again. It was fun. It was fun to do this. It was definitely made me pick a book. I don't know when I was ever gonna get to this book. I got this book like a week before my birthday, which was like a month and a half ago, so it wasn't very far. But this made me kind of like narrow it down and choose a book that I probably wouldn't have chose to read for a while longer. So I think this was a win-win. We knocked a book off my TBR, we got a high rating, and I read a book. And what more can you ask for? So expect to see more of these in the future because this was very fun. It was very enjoyable, and I got a new favorite read out of this. So good things all around. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.